Okay, welcome to tutorial 4, MacroFlo. In this tutorial we're going to look at a number of tools in MacroFlo. I'm hovering over here, but on your toolbar you should be able to see what each one is called as. I'm going to click on this MacroFlo opening types. In this project we have only one opening type. We can add and create new ones, but for this example I'm going to use the existing opening type. The opening area I'm going to set as 80%. Leave the opening type of sharp edge orifice and a semi-exposed wall for this example. The degree of opening modulating profile, I'm going to change it to the one we added earlier in for window, so whatever you named it as. Mine's weekly window. I've set that and I'm maintaining the effects of wind turbulence, and I click save and OK. I'm going to change it to axonometric so we can look at it. So in this model we have the window at the top and the hole in between floors, and that creates the atrium. Apache Profile Database Manager is available. Edit selection set opening types. So in here we can actually change between window types, but for this example I have no need to. And then this new tab, Input Data Visualization Model Viewer 2, should be available on 2013. I'm now going to go into Apache, and in Apache I choose Apache Sim Dynamic Simulation. So you can run this with or without Suncast linked and MacroFlo linked. Also on outputs, when we click on this, we can have select rooms for detailed output. In this case none are selected, and then the different types of outputs we can set in it. I'm going to change this for a detailed output for the ground floor. So as you can see now, 1 of 2 rooms is selected, and say OK. I'm also going to bring in Suncast link and MacroFlo link, so linking those results in. The weather file is set still to London, and I'm going to simulate. So depending on how good your machine is, will determine the length of time this simulation should take. Okay, when the simulation is completed, it opens up in Vista, where you display the results and view the results. Note I saved mine as base case. So this air temperature here is selected as base conditioning sensible. I'll just look at air temperature in particular by clicking on it. So we can look at it in terms of graph and select which room we want to look at. So individualizing it or controlling and selecting both rooms. So there's an overlay of colours. Note that 23 is the top temperature. Now this is because we've left the cooling on in the building. So we can rerun the simulation with the cooling off, so we can look at the effects of overheating and then activating the window that we've set to open at 25 degrees, fully open at 30 from earlier tutorials. So the way we do this is in Tools, Building Template Manager. We're going into in the Thermal section here, Room Conditions, and in the Cooling, on continuously, we'll change this to off continuously. Okay, let's save. Let's say OK. Go back into Apache, save changes, and click on Apache Dynamic Simulation, and simulate again. This time we're going to call it V1, variant 1, no cooling, and simulate. Note, Suncast and MacroFlo link are still connected. Now Vista reopens, we can look at the air temperature again, and for both rooms select it and view the table. So now you can see the temperatures are spiking at different times. The colour is overlaid. We can left click and drag left to bring up a chart data to allow us to change the colours to make it more legible. So I'm going to change the first colour to a blue to make it more obvious, and close that. I'm also going to look at which one is the highest temperature. So between June and September are the three peaks. I'm going to go on to analysis, time and date, and then check June, hold shift to September. June 1st, hold shift, September 30th. So it looks like the peak is, say, August, mid-August. So again, now I click on August, first holding shift through to the 31st, and the highest temperature is here, which is the 17th. Click on the 17th. We can see the peak temperature is around 6 o'clock in the evening of almost 28 degrees. I'm going to close this. We can look at other data in there as well. We can actually click on the model. It allows us loads, energy and carbon coming up. We can look at heating plant, cooling plant. So heating plant on its own, boiler load separately. Bring up a graph. Close that. We can bring up monthly totals and sum total. We can click on chiller loads and note it's 0 now, but over here we can bring back up by holding shift, and base case is brought up, comparing base case with our V1 total 1.2255 megawatt hours. I'm going to close that. I'm going to rerun it by setting the weather data and location to be Dublin. This can be done with this Apache weather location database. So by clicking on it, we can change the location and the weather. Selection wizard, click on this.